Hi, welcome to Tall Oak Homestead. My name's Carrie. Thanks for joining me today. So if you remember a few weeks ago, I believe it was on December the 4th, we planted some herbs to start an indoor herb garden. Just wanted to give you a little update on that, and also we need to do some thinning out, so I thought I'd bring you along for that. And also to give you an update on the lettuce that we planted. So some success and some not, but I'd like to share that with you. So far, out of the 8 little squares of chives that we planted where there's no germination, there's 2 squares that have germinated with the rosemary. The basil has all germinated. You can see there's multiple seedlings started. Parsley, 3 out of 4. And the cilantro is doing great. So I think what I'd like to do first is we're going to, in the spots where the chives did not germinate, I'm going to try 2 new herbs. We're going to put some thyme in and some curly parsley. And in the rosemary, I might put a couple more seeds in the spots that didn't germinate. But for the others, I'd like to start thinning them out. Okay, so for the chives here that were not successful, we're going to take these out. Just going to stir up the dirt a little bit. I did not water this morning because I knew that I was going to be doing this. So I thought what I'd do is once we've added in some new seeds and we've thinned out some of the others, that we will give it all a good water. Okay, so we're going to put some curly parsley in the end. I put the new dates on the back because we're planting these a different date than the others. I'm just going to make a hole in the middle. We're just going to do it in the middle of each here. And like we did the last time, we'll put a couple of seeds in each. So we'll start with the curly parsley. You can see how tiny these seeds are. Okay. And the next one, we'll put some thyme. These are even smaller. It's hard to see if they're actually even going in, so I'm going to go back in and put another 1 or 2 in. Because as we did notice the last time, not all of them do germinate. And you'll notice out of our rosemary, we have 2 out of the 4 that have germinated, which is a good thing. So we'll just make a little hole here in this one, and reseed again. There we go, we'll add 2 to each. Get that one in there. Okay, we'll just cover up holes. And then they'll be ready for a good drink. We'll wait till we're finished. Okay. I think we'll start with the sweet basil. You'll notice here that there are 3 viable seedlings. All I do is use my tweezers and I gently pull out 1 and then 2, so there's just 1 left in there. There's only 1 here. I'm going to leave that. This one has 3. I tend to typically pick the healthiest of the one. Another way you can do this is I tend to pull them out. You can just cut them, but I've had success doing this, so this is just my method. Not to say it's the right method, but this one works for me. You can see there are 2 here. You can see this here. This is developing its second set of leaves here, which is a good thing. See the difference? Here, let me get this out and I'll show you the difference here. Oops. Oh, you can smell the basil too. So you can see on this one here, you've got 1, 2, these are your first leaves. There's your new one starting, second set of leaves, and this one, it's a little more developed. It's a good thing. Okay, the parsley, we've only got, oh, there's a little tiny one here. I'll get that one out. Okay. And what you could do actually, I do have some of these seedlings here, and if you notice, I'll just pull it up here. You can see the roots are viable. So I could plant them into something else. But I think for right now, just for the purposes of what I'm trying to do here, I'm just going to pull them. So now I'm going to start in the cilantro. They have grown much faster. And you'll notice again with the cilantro as with the basil, I don't know if you can see this as clearly, but right here on this, can you see that new leaves starting there? That's the second set of leaves. So that plant, or that seedling I should say, I am going to leave that one. I'm going to pull the ones around it. Okay. And there's this one here. These ones are okay. Oh, this one's got two, but there is one here that has second set of leaves coming up. I want to see which one that is. I don't want to pull that one. In the back here. There's only one in this little section. Pull this one. These ones both have their second leaves, but that one's a little hardier than the other. Okay. Okay. So for each of these cells, there's one seedling. Well, actually that's not true. It looks like in spicy basil, I missed a few at the back here. Let's get these ones. There we go. It's the one. It's the one. It's amazing just by touching them like this how much the fragrance they're giving off. Spicy basil, the spicy basil especially. All right, there we go. So each one has either just one seedling in it, or in the case of these down here, new seeds. So now let's put them over on the rack and give them a good drink. I do have a sheet that I attach to the back of my rack here to protect the wall from the water. Even though I'm just using this fine mist, it does spray everywhere, and I can see the back of my wall there starting to get a bit wet. So I think I might dig that out and attach it to the back of the rack here. It does make a big difference, especially when I have all of my trays here filled and I'm watering. It takes a good 15 to 20 minutes to water all when I have all of my racks full. You can see the cilantro falling down. That's okay. It's just because I'm wetting them, but they will perk back up again. Just give a little bit of extra to these new seeds here. There's one there, I believe, and one there. Yeah, you can see my wall getting all wet. Okay, these have had a nice drink. They're thinned out. Give them a chance to get a little stronger on their own. They're not fighting for space in the cell. I'm excited to see what happens. Okay, here's a little update on our lettuce. You can see our Butter Crunch is doing fabulous. The Cedarville mix, absolutely zero germination rate. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the Butter Crunch as is. I was going to thin it out, but I'm going to treat it as a cut and come again lettuce. So basically what that means is when it gets a little bigger, I'm just going to come in, I'm going to cut off some of the lettuce. I'm not going to pull it out. I'm just going to cut the leaves, and I'm going to use that in the salad, and then it will continue to grow. But I think what we're going to do now, we've got this half of the container with nothing in it. I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to try some bok choy in here. But I'm only going to do maybe like 3 or 4. We'll do 3. So I'm not too sure how much space they're going to need. Okay, we're just going to plant a couple of these seeds in each hole. There we go. Let's do one more for Ginger. I got a few more out on the table here, so let's use them up. Okay. So cover those holes. Put them back on the rack and give them a good drink. I checked the bok choy package and it does say to expect sprouts in 10 to 14 days. So we'll wait and see how that works. Thank you for coming along today with the little seed update. I'm looking forward to making much more videos in the future. I know that we're still very new to this and we're learning a lot, but we're having fun making these videos and we hope you enjoy them. If you do, please like and subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye, friend.